Welcome to the Collaborative Resource Hub by Wellness Provisions. I'm Amy McBride, owner of Wellness Provisions, the most badass wellness business. You're tuning in to the Delay Dying Blog podcast edition because who wants to read when you can have someone read to you? Unless you like using your eyeballs, then catch every single essay over on the website. Just select ones, make it to the podcast. And if you're the pill popping type, no supplements, then Welly P has you covered. We supply rock and rollers with high quality supplements. We're a trustworthy place to go where you can essentially shop blindfolded. Last but not least, my legal disclaimer: nothing in this essay or the Collaborative Resource Hub substitutes medical advice. Please connect with your GP if you need medical guidance. These are my essays, my take on all things wellness, written to educate and inspire. Enjoy today's essay. You're not broken. Why that mental health label may be hurting you more than helping you. Our minds believe what we tell it, which is why brainwashing yourself with positive thoughts will get you farther than telling yourself you're garbage. Or in the case of this essay, telling yourself you're emotionally unavailable, or you have an anxious attachment style, or you're depressed or sad. While there may be truth to those, reflective through your behavior, choices, and feelings, it's not a life sentence. And I think you're limiting yourself with those labels. Not everything is a diagnosis. This goes for you as well as someone else you're pointing your finger at in your life. Like that person you're interested in, all of a sudden they say one thing and now they're a narcissist and a manipulator. Again, maybe that's true. Maybe you struck gold and actually found a true narcissist, but maybe they're just human. Maybe they aren't aware of their actions and are just being the human version of themselves and trying their best to survive, okay? But the action is still the same, right? Right. So then shift away from them if your response to what they did or said made you feel a way you don't want to be feeling. That's fair, but be cautious of the labels you throw on people. You're limiting them and yourself by doing so. Yeah, you're limiting yourself by labeling someone else. Was that what I just said? Yes. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's easy to write someone off with a buzzword that's being thrown around on social media and in the news. That's easy. You don't have to think very hard. But if you took time to look at their actions, or maybe even your own, I think you'd see there are more layers, and it's not this black and white buzzword. Humans are complex, and that's all I'm suggesting you notice. Maybe they were having a bad day or a bad month. Maybe they're going through some right difficult shit lately and they're not their best self. Maybe your energy actually brings out their insecurity. Just look around the corner or lift up the rug and see what you find. And if that's too much work, then don't call them anything. Don't stick that label on them. Just accept them for who they are and move on if it doesn't jive with you. All right, now let's get back to you. You say you have this thing, this diagnosis, we'll call it. Why? What are you deriving from writing this diagnosis on a box and then jumping in and sitting down? One of two things will happen here. One, you sit in your box and then reach for a book and grab your journal and research this diagnosis. You turn all the pages, think all the thoughts, and self-reflect. You grab a flashlight and delve into the depths of yourself to find the turns in the road that led you here. You close your eyes and imagine your future self healed and without any label attached to you, no longer defining you because you grew through it. So you use the label as a way to take note of some things about you that you noticed could use improvement. Or option two, you get comfy in your box and then reach for the side flap and fold it over and snuggle in even more. You grab your phone and announce to everyone that you are this thing, that this thing, this label, it's who you are. Expect nothing more, expect nothing less. This is it. Locked and loaded for eternity. This is who I am, and when bad things happen, well, it's because I have this label attached to me. I'm categorizing myself, so it all makes sense in the grand scheme of things. I cannot change it. That label is really sticky, and I don't want to tear the surface of this box by ripping it off or cutting it away. So this is my lot in life from now until the bitter end. Okay, now let's take a deep breath together and think about which scenario is better and why labels are ultimately not helpful. They're a glass ceiling. In fact, I don't even think they're glass. They're concrete that you just poured there. Or, hey, maybe your doctor said you have this thing. Maybe your doctor said you have this disease, even. You just watched him mix the concrete and pour it there, willingly standing by, instead of being like, nope, no concrete here, please, because the ceiling is holding you down. It's not going to let you grow. And quick side note here, just because your doctor said you have something doesn't mean it's your lot in life. Again, it can be a roadmap to a new destination, should you choose. Watch the documentary Heal, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's incredible how our minds pay off and bribe our bodies to do what it wants. I'm going to say that sentence again. It's incredible how our minds pay off and bribe our bodies to do what it wants. So just so we're on the same page here, no diagnosis, even from a doctor, has to be permanent. Labels are limiting. They limit your perspective. They limit your ability to see different options. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, except if you just stuck a fucking label in the way, then there is no way forward. Labels don't let you expand your thinking. They create a sense of entrapment as you slowly sink 6 feet under. Our brains believe what we tell it. According to Psychology Today, when looking at the positive effects that visualization has on the mind and body, they confirm that, quote, brain studies now reveal that thoughts produce the same mental instructions as actions. Mental imagery impacts many cognitive processes in the brain: motor control, attention, perception, planning, and memory. So the brain is getting trained for actual performance during visualization. It's been found that mental practices can enhance motivation, increase confidence and self-efficacy, improve motor performance, prime your brain for success, and increase states of flow, all relevant to achieving your best life, end quote. Therefore, if setting our minds up for good can be so life-altering, when you flip it on its head and set yourself up for bad, it too is life-altering, just in a negative way. So I urge you to stop labeling everyone, including yourself. Give them and yourself the grace to shift and evolve. Recognize that 99% of us are trying our best with the knowledge and tools we have to date, and that by labeling everyone around you, you're not giving them permission to grow or yourself the possibility to notice that growth if it does happen. Embrace change. Embrace the fact that we're on this ever unfolding path, and support yourself and them with love. And if you don't want to be that lovely with them because they're being a righteous asshole to you, I get that. So just back off and close the door. Shove a towel along the crevice between the bottom of the door and the floor so you aren't sending them any of your energy. Just let them exist apart from you. Don't attach yourself to them, and don't label them. Inventory the feelings you experience that you don't want to be feeling and work to change them. What can you do to bring about a whole other set of feelings that you do want to experience? What can you do in your life to feel more peace? Because that's what we're all ultimately seeking: peace, happiness, absence of stress, sadness, and frustration. So craft your life in a way that eliminates the things that cause you stress, which is going to take you putting on your glasses and really investigating to see what exactly those things are, and then doing the necessary work to shift away from them. Inventory your life. Are any of your habits contributing to feeding the monster that is that label? Do you eat a lot of processed food with artificial colors that is shown to alter mood and cognition, ADHD? Or are you sleeping less than 7 hours a night and wondering why you're irritable and anxious? Do you avoid sunlight or rarely exercise at best and wonder why are you depressed? Consider what you're putting in your body and what you do on a regular basis. Pills go with labels, and pills don't solve lifestyle choices. Change your lifestyle, change your label, throw that shit out. Change is possible, change is guaranteed. But if you tell yourself that you're this way and that's just the way you are cutting off change from reaching you in a healthy way. Only shitty change will seep into your realm and affect you. Don't feed your ego with labels. You can feel important and seen and validated in other ways. Don't use this label to attract sympathy or attention from other people. Don't use it as an excuse for your behavior and how you treat people. Do the hard work. Realize that you can grow from it. It doesn't define you. Find strength and pride in resilience and growing stronger, not in staying weak and settling into this box with a concrete ceiling above it. Be better. So what do you say? Throw away the sticker and the markers and the boxes and allow yourself to be human and to err and to accept those mistakes from other people too, and to not judge and to be happy. And for more information on visualization, I've linked the Psychology Today article below. Until next time, Amy McBride, Wellness Provisions.
My life was a mess until I met